Hello, and welcome to Legacy Lane. Today, Legacy Lane presents Who is Enkidu? The Wild Man, the first true bridge between gods and humans. Enkidu stands as one of the most ancient and powerful heroes in all of world literature. His story is woven into the Epic of Gilgamesh, preserved on clay for millennia. A magnificent poem from ancient Mesopotamia, the cradle of cities and laws. It tells of King Gilgamesh and his inseparable companion, Enkidu. Born a wild man, covered in hair, he lived among the beasts of the field. Enkidu's journey is transformation, the bridge between nature and civilization. He is the first true mirror to both gods and men. His life begins in the untamed wild and ends within the great walls of Uruk. Made by the gods to humble a tyrant, a rivalry turned into the deepest friendship. Short life, monumental deeds. His death ignites questions of grief, mortality, and meaning. Enkidu's birth was unlike any mortal's. He was shaped by divine hands. Aruru took clay, moistened it, and formed a man as mighty as the gods. She set him in the wilderness, far from Uruk's walls. Covered in hair, his locks flowed like grain, fully formed, yet innocent. He knew nothing of people, cities, or the ways of civilization. His family was the herd, his companions, the beasts of the plain. He embodied the wild, the perfect opposite to cultured Gilgamesh. A living force sent to balance men and gods. His step corresponds to today's plains of Iraq, Syria, and Turkey, the fertile crescent that birthed cities, laws, and literature. His days flowed with sun and seasons, guided by the needs of the herd. The earth his floor, the sky his roof. He slept by watering holes and reeds. He drank directly from streams, sharing water without fear. He grazed on grasses and herbs. He knew no bread, meat, or beer. Raw food and motion forged a strength no city dweller could match. He knew every stream, thicket, and animal path by heart. He guarded the herds, a shepherd to the wild. He tore up snares and filled pits, thwarting trappers from the city. They feared him as a spirit of the steppe, an untamed king in a realm without walls. A hunter appealed to Gilgamesh about the wild man who ruined traps. Gilgamesh sent Shamhat, a temple woman of Ishtar, to meet him. She waited by the watering hole, without fear. She revealed herself, meeting his gaze with kindness. For 6 days and 7 nights she stayed, sharing food and wisdom. He tasted bread and beer. His heart grew light. His face glowed. As he learned, the animals no longer knew him. The wild receded. Shamhat spoke of city life and of a king who would be his equal. He turned from the steppe and stepped toward civilization and destiny. At a shepherd's camp, he learned to eat bread and drink beer. Groomed and clothed, he appeared fully as a man. He entered the walled city. The people stared in awe. Outraged by the king's first night rite, Enkidu barred his path. They wrestled. The very posts and stones shook with their strength. At last, Gilgamesh yielded. Rivals became friends in an instant. Each recognized the other, a kindred spirit, equal in power and soul. From that day, they were inseparable. Enkidu had found a brother. Together, they would reshape a king and the course of the epic. United by friendship, they sought a deed worthy of eternal fame. They journeyed to the sacred cedar forest, guarded by Humbaba. Despite warnings, with Shamash's blessing they set out, axes and swords in hand. Humbaba's roar like a flood, his breath like fire, his gaze death itself. They fought. Shamash sent mighty winds that pinned the beast. Enkidu warned the monster could not be trusted. Strike now. Together they slew Humbaba and took a cedar for Uruk's great gate. Gilgamesh spurned Ishtar. The goddess demanded vengeance. The bull of heaven tore the earth, opening chasms and slaying hundreds. Standing together, they killed the divine beast, a defiance the gods would not forgive. The gods convened in anger. One of the two must die. Because Gilgamesh was part divine, the sentence fell upon Enkidu. A wasting illness struck. Day by day, his power ebbed. He dreamed of being dragged to the underworld, the House of Dust. There, former kings ate dust and served the gods of the dead. Raging, he cursed the city's trappings, the hunter, and even Shamat. Shamash reminded him of friendship, feasts, and honor. His heart softened. He withdrew the curse and blessed Shamhat. 12 days of anguish passed. With Gilgamesh at his side, Enkidu exhaled for the last time. The wild man turned hero was gone. For 6 days and 7 nights, Gilgamesh refused burial, roaring in grief. He raised a splendid monument, yet found no comfort. Fear of death seized him. He too would turn to dust. He left throne and city, clad in skins, seeking eternal life. Enkidu's death transformed a tyrant into a pilgrim, pride into wisdom. In tragic irony, loss taught love, limits, and acceptance. Across millennia, Enkidu endures as a simple, powerful truth. He is the bridge between wilderness and civilization inside us all. His journey is growing up, joining community, and bearing its costs. His bond with Gilgamesh is the first great tale of friendship. Why must we die? What makes life meaningful, glory, or a life well shared? Shaped by gods, yet wholly human, Enkidu reminds us, friendship changes destiny, love entails loss, and life is sacred. Thank you for joining me today on a walk down Legacy Lane. Join me next time as we continue to explore the stories that shaped the world. Until then, take care and keep walking in your own legacy lane.